I hope you are ready because we are building an entire fair in my apartment together. So, of course, we need to start with shopping, moving boxes, PVC pipe for the Ferris wheel. Yes, we are building a Ferris wheel together. So, PVC pipe cutter, and a ton of connectors is basically what this Ferris wheel is made out of. So, lots of measurements. I'm lucky to have a ton of engineering friends that know so much more about this than I do and help me measure, design everything, figure everything out. And then also how to drill into PVC, which I had never done. And I have like a special little drill tool now just for PVC. So that's really fun. And I got this wood circle, again, the standard at Home Depot. The only thing I really cut myself was the PVC. Everything else you'll see actually got cut at Home Depot, which includes this A-frame. So this is based on a real Ferris wheel. This is exactly how a real Ferris wheel is put together, essentially. The steel rod I also got cut at Home Depot. That's the axle that everything rotates around. The A-frame, after I got the measurements, I just took those to Home Depot and they cut everything for me. Little rubber bolts hold everything together, and it does actually rotate. So I'm super happy with it. I honestly think once you have measurements, you can figure anything out. That's what I'm convinced of now, even though it's probably not true. But make sure that you stick around to the end because we're about to decorate this thing, and then I'm going to show you it all lit up. Super beautiful. So I love the real Ferris wheels have those circular signs on the front that kind of cover up the axle area. So that's what I wanted to do. I used a ton of paint. I'm a fan of Master's Touch now, and before this I had no opinion on paint at all. A ton of paintbrushes, tons of cutting paintbrushes to get them exactly the way I wanted them. So I made a lot of things. I wanted this to be very celestial feeling, but like cursed celestial. So the final spin kind of gives you like cursed vibes. And the TV stand I wanted to do as the prize station. This is another reused Amazon box. So every single piece of cardboard in my house got used, which is amazing. I really wanted it to feel like a real carnival. I wanted there to be prizes and tickets and all these things. And I wanted it to feel like a display instead of like a TV stand. So I used these plastic tablecloths from Amazon, and I covered all of the pieces of cardboard in order to make them look like little carnival stripes. And I like the black and white theme. It gives me certain clown vibes, also certain Exorcist of the Living vibes. So this is copy paper. I painted some of it black, same Master's Touch, and I wanted to make a little banner. So it's definitely a trust the process moment with this because I was making it thinking that will look terrible. Printer paper from a printer I don't even own anymore. But I used the ribbon that you're going to see featured several times. And I made like the edge of the banner. It was really fun. So then I put out all of the prizes, quote unquote. And I love doing this part. Of course, this is the part you guys see every year. This is all the same decor that I had last year. So it was a super blast doing all of this stuff. So after I finished putting all the prizes out, I wanted to make this look very carnival-y. Oh, excuse me, watching a horror movie, but I wanted to make it look very carnival-y. So again, with my trusty black and white tablecloths, I ended up just cutting this one and then kind of pinning it up like a big top. So it has that pointy part at the very top. And it was super cute. Then, of course, we needed a sign. So I made a little claim your prize sign. I actually had tickets from a friend who does like a real carnival, and he gave me a bunch of them. So I ended up going ahead and making little bows, making the sign. It was a super fun process. So I love that area. I think that might be my favorite. And then it was time to make some carnival booths. Of course, we have to have some games and some cool stuff to do. And Basically, I just figured I'm going to paint right on this cardboard and see what happens. This Master's Touch black paint, again, I had zero opinion on paint before this. I now have a firm opinion that this is the best black paint I will ever use. The white paint was a different brand. It didn't do as well, but you'll see in a little bit, it didn't really matter that I didn't cover everything, as long as you guys don't tell anybody. It wasn't the best, but the black did really, really well. And I just used painter's tape to line up all the lines, and it came out super well. This is actually going to be our kissing booth, our cursed kissing booth that used to be employing the prom queen. So you might see her in the tour video. I like the little decor edges. I just tried to make it really fun, like fun carnival. Again, we're making curtains out of tablecloths and that cute ribbon that I bought at Michael's. It was adorable. I love that I'm also going to be able to reuse most of this. This bat tablecloth mesh stuff I actually used last year as well. You'll see a ton of stuff from last year remaking their appearance. And then another celestial themed sign, some more cute ticket bows, which were super easy to make. I love that. And I just added a little pumpkin just for a little more pop of Halloween orange. And that is actually where I chose to use the 25 ticket sign. I originally made it for the Ferris wheel, but it goes much better with the kissing booth. So I thought that was super adorable. And then of course we have to have some entertainment at our carnival. So I wanted to do acrobats. I've seen a couple of people do this online, just on Pinterest randomly. So this is just 2 hula hoops and a skeleton. And I want you to know that it was so difficult getting him to hang from the ceiling. I don't know why, but once he was up there, he was good to go. And I also got this little baby skeleton. So this actually came in a pack from Amazon. I really like them. They've kind of taken over the carnival, which is fun. And I think it's a really cute way to just add some height to this area, which is actually going to be our ring toss game. Again, moving boxes, plastic tablecloths. It was pretty amazing to think of how many things I could make out of those. So I ended up using 2 of the moving boxes because I wanted more space. It's a ring toss, so you're supposed to toss and like try to hit one of the targets. So I thought, okay, let's try to have a little bit more space here. So I wanted to do a ring toss, and I had a bunch of witch hats. I used those last year. You all saw that. And I got a bunch of party hats from the Dollar Tree to stand them up on because they weren't going to like catch the rings by themselves. They would have just like fallen flat, but the party hats were really cute. And so I ended up just putting those on top, and they fit really well. I did cut the top a little bit, let's just be honest. And these are glow-in-the-dark bracelets. Again, the Dollar Tree. It was incredible. And also I'm going to use them for my Halloween party. So I loved that. Once everybody's done playing the ring toss at the Halloween party, they're all getting glow-in-the-dark bracelets like we're little kids. So it worked really well. And also it's cute that they are glowing in the dark and they're still glowing. So I like that. Another statue from last year, which I love. I painted these little ring toss sign and also how many tickets you get per hat, which I thought was really adorable. And it went right under the acrobat. So it just fitted really, really well. And I wanted to have some kind of interactive game. So if you ever need to have a carnival in your house, ring toss is a solid way to go. Then I wanted to take a little break from the carnival and do some kitchen decor. So last year in my old apartment, I had these beautiful jack-o'-lantern pumpkin buckets, and then I did lights exactly the way I'm doing it now. These are just orange and purple Christmas lights. I use painter's tape to kind of tape them to the top of the cabinet. And I think it's really adorable. This is just what I do, of course. And I just put it on top of the cabinets, and that's exactly what I did last year as well. I really like that, and it works well in this apartment, especially because I can just run it right off that side and plug it in. So there was no need to have any crazy extension cord stuff. So safety is always important. I would say this is not a tutorial. This is just how I do it for me. So then it was finally time to do the candy cart, and I have this cabinet behind my couch, and I ended up putting the tablecloths on top and then using one of the cardboard boxes. I just broke it apart and then I did the design on it, and I painted the whole thing black. Again, I used this entire thing. This is one tube of Master's Touch acrylic black paint. I used it for the candy cart, which is this whole section. I used it for the entire kissing booth and the kissing booth signs, which you guys saw how big that was, Ferris wheel sign, and the prize sign, and also the banner on the prize table. So I used that whole thing and it got us a super long way. So I thought that was awesome. I also wanted this to look kind of cute and kind of realistic, so I did cut out the wheel and I used some little stencils to do a carnival style. And I called it Moon Bites because, again, this is our cursed celestial carnival. And I did Comet Cotton Candy, so you're going to see our little cursed cotton candy. And I also wanted to do Lunar Lollies because I love that name. I thought it was super cute. So I'm trying to make everything look celestial. So then I had a kind of weird problem because I'm attaching cardboard to a cabinet and I don't want to damage the cabinet. So I got this like 3M double-sided tape. And it worked really, really well. Then I made a trip to Goodwill. You all know that's one of my favorite stores. And I got these carnival lights and I got this cotton candy machine, which unfortunately did not work. So I ended up just giving it new life. And I mean, it was $8. And they always say it's not guaranteed to work if it's from Goodwill. And you can see it's cracked inside. It didn't work at all. So I ended up just repainting it, redoing the stencils, and it is now going to live on our candy cart along with all of our wonderful candies. There's a ton of candy this year. I always have people coming over to eat all of the candies. So I have a ton of different options. A lot of this I got from Sam's Club, like the bulk options. So I got tons of chocolates. The Nerds are honestly my favorite. I think I even mentioned that last year. It's my favorite if it's like the sour candies. And oh yes, the special Halloween flavors of Fruit by the Foot, because who doesn't want that? Then it was time to make our Comet Cotton Candy, or cursed Comet Cotton Candy. So of course, can't use real cotton candy. I live in Florida. So we got a bunch of pillow fluff. And this was another trust your process moment, like with the banner on the prize area. Because at first I thought there is no way this is going to look good at all. But I had watched a lot of different tutorials from a ton of different prop makers that actually make this kind of stuff, and they use a lot of wool, like pulled apart wool, and it looked just like my fake spider webs that I had last year. And I thought, well, I still have those and I didn't use them, so I might as well. And it really gave it that wispy look, which I really like, and I felt like that looked really like cotton candy-y. But the key, in my opinion, is pulling it apart, not having it all come together. So I pulled it apart and then I twisted it individual sections in my hand. And then I stretched that web a little bit more over those like individual twisted sections. So it looked like spun cotton candy kind of exploding out instead of just like a giant ball of nothingness. So it was a patient process. I tried to pull as much of the black off as possible, but it ended up working out really, really cute because this is our little cursed element of the stand. So I ended up putting a ton of my little spiders and stuff from last year on it. It's so cute. I put some spiders throughout the candy area as well because I felt like perfect use of those because I wasn't sure what to do. I didn't use them yet, so I thought that was fun. And it looks super cute. I'm super happy with the candy cart. It's such a cute area. And it's finally time for the big reveal. Ferris wheel all lit up, little skeletons hanging off. I just use basic LED lights, so it's super, super awesome. I love these. I love those carnival looking lights are actually from Goodwill. Those are those $8 lights that I found at Goodwill. I loved it so much. I'm going to be doing a full apartment tour. I'm going to be showing you all the things. I still have so many Halloween videos. I cannot wait to post my favorite time of year. So I cannot wait to see you next time. Bye, darling.